Hey, like the Hawks guy who captured this post, or who posted the original video, I'm wearing my colours too, just to show where my allegiances lie. Hopefully to dispel any biases or something, but anyway, yeah. I'm just reviewing the decisions. The first one, which was a high, the ball was hand passed high to the Hawthorn player. Now, I'm not exactly why they've decided to start paying these, but it's consistent week in, week out, and they've been paying if the ball's taken high, and even if it's the same amount of time that they would have had if the ball's taken chest high, they've been paying them. But technically it's within the rules, and that's why it was given. I don't agree with it, but that's just the way they've been playing it week in, week out. I saw it happen with Geelong players, with St Kilda players. It's not something specifically with Hawthorn or Geelong. The Selwood high tackle, and then it was a high tackle. You saw the Hawthorn player had his arm over the top of Selwood's back, and that was the initial free, and the umpire was perhaps a little bit overzealous, but as soon as that ball was dished off, basically the free kick was given, and then the Hawthorn player continued to play, and although it's technically not a push in the back, the umpires reward sort of clumsy falling on the back. You saw this as well with Jinsky in last year's grand final. If anyone's got the Geelong DVD and they care to look it up, he gave away 2 free kicks by clumsily falling over the back of the Port opponent. He didn't push them per se, he just sort of, his body pushed them, not his hands, basically. The next one, which was, I guess, for contrast, was a chest high holding the ball possibility. And basically because it went chest high and because he was immediately tackled, even though it was the same amount of time compared to the one where the Hawthorn player caught it high, it's considered not holding the ball and they call a ball up. Again, I don't like that rule, but that's just the way they've been playing it, and at least that's how the rules work. The umpires are actually doing their job in that regard. The Lonergan one. Now, this is one of the few in this video where you actually have to pay close attention, because Lonergan actually hand passes the ball just before he's tackled. So he hand passes the ball in front of him, then the Hawthorn player tackles him, and I've seen many players do this. I think Brent Harvey did it recently, and maybe some of the St Kilda players as well. But basically what it means is that they technically dispossess themselves, and it's a legal dispossession because of the handball. And so when they're tackled, they don't have the ball, and it's tackling without the ball, and that's why he was given the free kick. It's really sneaky. Players have to watch out for that, but it's a little bit fun when it happens, because I don't know, I just like the sneaky shit. The next one, the rough head goal, that was probably one of the softer ones, and I think fans from whatever team you are could maybe agree with me there. It was over the shoulder and technically a free kick, but and he did arrive just a little bit late. As the commentator said, he was still coming in trying to get it right near the end. But as I said, it was late, it was over the shoulder, and was just a tad clumsy. So especially in big matches like that, the umpires can be swayed. In the next one, again, this is one where you have to pay really close attention. The Hawthorn players constantly put tackles on. They're very ferocious, but every time they put a tackle on, Selwood, all you need to do in the game to qualify for a hand pass is to basically connect both your hands. Have the ball in one hand and connect the other hand with that ball. Selwood does that on the first one as he's tackled. The ball spills, Chapman picks it up, and then they wrap Chapman in a tackle, and then as soon as that's done, then Chapman manages to get his hands out and then hand pass the ball away over his shoulder. So neither of those were holding the ball, precisely because the ball wasn't locked up. They did have prior possession, and if they were held for long enough and they didn't get that ball out, both of those should have been holding the ball. But because they were able to get the ball out and weren't, in neither case, it was an incorrect disposal on Selwood or Chapman's part, it wasn't a free kick. The next one, the Mackie tackle, I watched that several times. I can't remember who laid the tackle, but it was on Andrew Mackie, and I would say that was holding the ball, personally, just because I looked at it, and if he was tackled at the start when he hand passed the ball and it went up, and then he was tackled, it would have been a free for Geelong because he didn't have that ball at the moment. but the ball came back into his hands, and then he ran on, and then the Hawthorn guy grabbed him, and he couldn't get his right arm round to make the necessary contact to stop it from being an incorrect disposal. Because if you just drop the ball with one hand, or you just don't, if you drop the ball after you're tackled with one hand, or if you drop the ball with both hands but don't hit them together, then it's an incorrect disposal and a free kick. They usually award that as holding the ball, but maybe they sometimes award it as an incorrect disposal. Either way, it's a free kick, and I think that was a free kick, regardless of my allegiance. The last one, I didn't see enough of it. If Steve Johnson usually does tricky shit, and he usually does it really quick. So a good example of that is, I think, a goal you can find of he does this fantastic hand pass against Carlton. He just hand passes it over the back of his head. Someone catches it. He runs on. Goal. Right. Fantastic. I didn't see enough of this one, but if he did just throw it over his head, this isn't soccer, right? That's a goal. That's a free kick. If you just throw it. Well, actually, soccer goes the other way, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's a free kick if you throw the ball. You have to hand pass it. But yeah, this is just a little video for me to clear up this shit, because it really does piss me off a little bit every game, where someone gets possession, everyone just screams ball, because they don't get it. They don't get why holding the ball is holding a ball. They you have to have prior possession. Holding the ball seems to be like offside is for soccer, for AFL. You have to have prior possession of the ball and a chance to get rid of it before you're tackled. If you get the ball, then you're immediately tackled. It's a good tackle. It's just it's not holding the ball. It's a ball up. But if, for example, you're like, I think it was Pettigrew, I could be wrong, in the grand final last year, who was running, and then Brad Ottens caught him as he ran, and he didn't get the ball away, he didn't dispose it properly, that's definitely holding the ball. It's just, there is a charisma to it. I do like people shouting out and screaming and this sort of stuff. And I understand that some of that's just the passion of the game, but the rules are pretty clear. Anyway, that's from me. And going to the Premier League final tonight. Go Cats!